Today I would like to welcome Crystelle Steyn, Director at NVR Attorneys. Welcome, Crystelle, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me, Madeleine.
Crystelle, we'd like to find out more, especially with regards to your areas of specialization. And the topic of discussion today is, what is the best interest when it comes to children during a divorce? Now, as we know, divorce can be a very stressful situation, especially on children. What would you say is the process when it comes to children, specifically when it comes to divorce?
So the first aspect we have to establish in a divorce if there are any minor children involved. So in our law, children under the age of 18 are considered minors and they have to be dealt with in a divorce. So the moment there is a minor child, we have to file certain documents with the Office of the Family Advocates. We have to ensure that whatever we decide what happens in a divorce, that it's also in the best interest of the minor child or children.
Now you mentioned the best interest for children. What is considered to be the best interest when it comes to children?
So mostly in a divorce, the court has to consider the primary residential rights, and that usually is the main fight between spouses, or the main arguments is where will the children primarily reside. So the court has to consider what is in the best interest. Sometimes if parties, for instance, stay in the same area, that will be a much easier decision to make because the access to the other spouse will be much easier. Otherwise, it can get quite difficult when a parent decides to move out of town, and that usually is where the court has to consider what will be in the best interest for the child regarding school, finances, everything has to be taken into consideration.
So what happens if spouses argue on where children should reside? What does the court do then?
So the moment there is an argument, so for instance, in a divorce summons, we ask that the child, for instance, stays with the one parent and the other one will have the normal contact right. However, it does happen where the divorce gets defended, where the other spouse say, no, but the child must stay with me. I have the best place for the children and I'm the primary caregiver. And then we immediately have to file an annexure B with the family advocates again, where there will be a full investigation. They usually do a full inquiry. They speak with the children, they speak with the spouses, maybe close family members, and then they will compile a report for us, which we have to end up in court to say that is their opinion, where will the children reside. So we have to include the family advocate.
Now, does one parent lose guardianship over children when it comes to divorce or not?
I think that is one question we get a lot, or that is one misconception parents have regarding children and divorce. So both, regardless of your marriage status, have full responsibilities and rights towards the child. That is full guardianship. You still have the full rights and responsibilities towards your child. So the main concern is only the primary residence, actually, where the child must stay. So you will not lose your guardianship or your decision making or your rights towards your child if your child does not stay with you. So no, you do not lose your guardianship.
And then lastly, Crystelle, what happens and what would you say is your advice when it comes to dealing with children during such a process of divorce?
So in my own experience, a divorce can get quite messy. And at the end of the day, parents must always remember that you do not divorce, you only divorce your spouse and not your child. So never use your child as a weapon or as an excuse to get back for whatever the reason might be why you are divorcing. So children did not ask for parents to divorce. They still love their parents both equally, and they have the rights to maintain that relationship with the other spouse. So in my advice would be they must always be respectful in that aspect, that the other spouse will forever be in the lives of the child, and never use the children as a weapon against each other. So that would be my advice.
Great. Thank you so much, Crystelle. I think this gives us some great insights as to how the process can work, and to keep in mind that you would like to keep the best interests for the children in mind as well at the end of the day. Now, for those of you who would like to find out more specifically when it comes to divorce and maintenance and children, you're more than welcome to contact Crystelle, get in touch with her, or visit the website.